Was on last night, so some of the same things are going to occur. We're going to try and move fast. We're going to
So some of the same
break the
things are
game
gonna
a
occur.
little bit.
We're gonna try and
There's not
we're
necessarily like a firm glitch, but they are definitely exploits that we're going to be going through here. So I'll just walk you through the character creation a little bit. Everyone can say hi to my dog Hobbs. That's Hobbs. It was his birthday. He wore a hat. For this run, we are actually going to be playing as a bard. In the Enhanced Edition, they added a few subclasses, which was very kind of them to do. And there are only two races. Your classes are race locked because it's old D&D. The subclass of the bard that we are going to play is called the Blade. It's meant to be an offensive focus, but the main thing is that the offensive spin actually doubles our movement rate. And since all of our abilities are brought back to us after a rest, we use this a lot and we do a lot of running around. Aww. Alright, so our alignment in this run does not matter at all. We are going to be chaotic neutral because that's how we're going to play this. And that's great. Our stat line isn't too important. Basically anything over an 80 is going to get us there. We tank Wisdom because it's a dead stat in these games. We need 15 Strength for a check later on. We need 18 Charisma for a check later on, and then everything else is just comfort safety. So having 16 Constitution maximizes my health, and the 16 Dexterity helps with some of the traps that we run over. If you can get the 18, great. If not, whatever. Your hard minimums are 15 Strength, 18 Charisma. Everything else is gravy. We're not going to swing a weapon this entire game. We're just not gonna. I know it's a D&D game. I know we're supposed to, be all sword and sorcery, and we're just going to drop the sword bit. The added benefit of being a bard is that you're a jack of all trades. So you literally get access to a little bit of everything. So we can use scrolls, we learn spells, we can pickpocket. We're pretty great. We're pretty great. I'm just gonna find my horrific coloring here. There it is. It's gorgeous. Recently, with the 2.6 updates, we got new voice packs for the first time. Native voice packs of the game in ages. Whole wide world of modding in this game. Whole bunch of stuff we can do. This is about as vanilla as you can get outside of a custom profile picture. I do have the expansion, the Siege Dragonspear expansion, so if you're wondering why my coloration might look different than yours, or is different than the original, that's why. So, we play on core rules. It's just kind of a thing that we do, is the same strats can be applied for anything, from easy to insane. It doesn't really matter. The only difference would become from story mode or legacy of all. We just kind of set in core rules because, cool, why not? So on the next screen, it's going to start trying to talk over me. So time is going to start when I hit OK on the next screen, and then I'm going to start talking really fast because this is going to be a lot to talk about in a very little amount of time. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. So first off is offensive spin. I have a whole bunch of hotkeys set up. This game has reasonably good reconfiguration. So if you wander in, you can rebind a bunch of hotkeys to your I am also going
needed hand motion stuff. So we talked to our
I thought I had hit it, and I hit the plus instead
father
of the other
figure
one.
there,
Anyway.
and now we're just going to kind of ignore the fact that he ever existed. That's our childhood friend. We're going to ignore the fact that she existed here in a hot second. And then we're going to talk to these two because they have something I want, and then I am also going to. Whoop. I thought I had hit it, and I hit the plus instead of the other one. Anyway.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like we're going on a world record pace here or anything. So, yeah. Talking to these two, because they have something I want. It's just a little bit of potioning, a little bit of money making for later. And then we're going to kick all these people from our party, because they have done their usefulness. And now we're just going to run around opening up the map. Baldur's Gate, the first here, runs on the idea that you need to explore the world. And in order to explore the world, you need to walk from one end of it to the other. So, obviously, being able to run twice as fast is a beneficial thing. There's a very expensive ring in a rock. Ignore that. We sell it. So, as we walk from one end to the other, we're basically just setting up for Chapter 3. This allows us to travel from one end of the map to the other because we've explored a bit. And this is just the most efficient route that we have found to do so. Try not to die to the bandit. So we're going to wander down to High Hedge here. High Hedge is a shop. We're going to do our first of 2 shops in the run. That's got really bad skeleton placement. Skeletons can spawn in 2 places in this map. They're more likely to come out at night, and we got the worst one because we walked through at night. So he's going to try and smack me on my way out. Shopping here, we're just going to grab some potions and a bunch of scrolls. You'll see these get used kind of as we go. Invisibility, and we are done. Wander back out. There's that skeleton who's going to try and smack me. He does. It hurt. So, being a D&D game, as I move from area to area and every time I rest, there's a chance for a random encounter. And basically all random encounters is a waste of time. At least in the speedrun. There are a few very deadly ones, and so those, kind of matter in the context of the game. But for the most part, they're just another screen to walk through. This is a cute little shortcut that gives us a little bit extra money and experience. But it gets us into Nashgal, which is where we needed to be going this entire time. If you talk to any of the early NPCs... Oh, just a sec. Everyone say hi to Banks. Hi, Boo. Bye. Alright. Fan favorite character. Got a wave. Alright.
Yep. I could do that.
The city guard wanted to talk to me there, and we're just going to ignore them. So I drank my first potion of the run. That's an Oil of Speed. Has the same effect as my offensive spin, just has a longer duration. So it's going to be able to get us through the entire dungeon. No problem. Wait for this to go off. That is an absurdly long round timer. There we go. So behind the scenes, it's a D&D game, so it functions on rounds. And they tried to implement it the best they could. So it's in real time, 6 seconds before I can do things. Which, great. We like to not do that. We don't like wasting that amount of time. So one of the easy ways to do that is to load over it, and then it refreshes that internal timer. So anytime I'm not in combat, you'll see me doing quick saves and quick loads, and that's just to get around that round timer and be able to take more actions in real time.
Yeah, sure.
That's kind of the major exploit of the run, so you'll see it a bunch. That button. There we go. There's a trap here, so we like to put on a mirror image and hope that it absorbs the trap damage. It does have a chance of killing me. There's 2 more coming up. They also have a chance of killing me. Good safety strats. Our first boss of the game is in this cave. It's supposed to be kind of a hard fight, but we make it a little trivial. Didn't get my quick save off because I was in combat because I forgot to turn my AI off. So now we have to wait patiently. There we go. The game is nice. It has lots and lots of saves available to you. There I was just fishing for damage roll. So anytime I didn't get the damage I wanted, I just loaded back up and kept rolling. Tried again. So we killed Mulahay there. He's plot relevant in ways. I'm not going to get too heavy into the story here because, well, I don't need to. It's a speedrun. But he did unlock our next chapter for us, and so all that map movement we did earlier, wandering around to the side, is now going to pay off because I'll be able to just click on the map and click on the place I need to be. That is a necklace of fireballs. It's very, very handy to just have a necklace full of fireballs. So this is our longest, second longest travel, actually. Our longest one's coming out of Cloakwood. So it has our highest number of random encounters that we see. So 3 is not great, and this third one is a nasty one. High chance for death. We survive. Excellent. So now we're going to run over to the side here. We're going to try and get a rest in. Try not to get sniped. We didn't get sniped, but that's okay. We just decided to join this bandit group. Instead of fighting our way through this area, as most people would do in a vanilla playthrough, you can join them. And that's what our 15 strength was for. So we're going to get interviewed here. Strenuous interview process. Ta-da, we are interviewed. Now we wait for all these bandits to clear out, so I can rest, get my offensive spin back up, do a little bit of inventory management so that I'm ready for Cloakwood. Just walk over here. It's so much nicer than a vanilla playthrough. And now for the other big cheese, we got talked to. That's not great. Very likely gonna die. Yep. Alright. We try not to get talked to there. That's okay, because we have a save right here. Like I said, nice, easy backup saves. So we just run past him, go to the chest, grab a whole bunch of money, and walk out. And that's that chapter. Again, normally there's a fight, and they have to die for reasons, and we just say no. We looked at your documents in passing, and that's good enough for us. Try not to die to the wolves. Getting 2 encounters out of there is very bad. Normally that's pretty free. So, Cloakwood section. This is a giant portion of the game that we just run through. Great exploration opportunities here, a couple good subplots, but it's a speedrun. We don't got time for that. Rest. Rest without getting attacked, please. Thank you. Drink that. Run fast. Alright, so we drank our potion of magic blocking. There's web traps in here. One of the only ways to keep up our speed is to use that potion. They're very expensive, but that's okay. So, we didn't get webbed. Yay! So for reset points in the run, it's usually the first boss fight area. We kind of have an internal timer for what we're looking for. Most of your time save in this, once you get at a certain level, is just the RNG of random encounters. So far, this run has had a lot. This is not good, in general. Yeah. But you deal, and it's fine. Let's put that on, put this back on. We'll drink our second oil of speed here. Go back invisible, and then we're going to hide behind a horse and fireball the darkness. As one does. You just, you know. That is not what I wanted to do. That button. There we go. So, that guy Drasus over there needs to die. He has our Pause of the Cheater, our double movement speed boots. And I'd like him to take some more 20s. There we go. So I waste less fireball charges. There we go.
I could do that.
Pop that menu open, steal from a ways away, put those on, and walk past the rest of the fight. That fight's nasty. Anytime there's mages in Baldur's Gate, things get a little nasty. Turns out spells are good. So, as you can tell by the speedrun of just be invisible, run fast. So I'm going to try and do this at level 1. If I get slacked here, there's some nasty traps. I live. I live. I don't know how I live. That's a minimum damage roll. But I live. Yay. Doop-a-doo. Alright, hidden door time. Stand at the door and stare. That was very fast. Walk around some traps, and then we're gonna hit this guy. He's important for reasons. And then I did a dumb and didn't save. Just do that again. Walk around the trap, save. There we go. And do some save resets here, if I can get the timing right. And he's going to do some very scripted movement, which we're going to abuse. And he dies. Cool. That's that boss fight in a nutshell. Anytime you're not in combat, that quick save, quick load works. And since he's on a script, he never actually aggroes on us. So that's great. And we can just abuse that. There. Walked out of Cloakwood with 2 encounters. That's not bad. Honestly, that's pretty normal for us. And we are headed into Baldur's Gate. Proper. We're going to try not to die to the Yonkegs. It's usually not a problem, but sometimes they get a quick shot off at you. Bandit firing circles. Unusual. Getting all the good encounters today. Just glad we didn't get the hobgoblins in Nashgal. They hurt. Gonna do a little bit of safety healing. There's not too much more reason to level and be healthy. We have one more major fight to deal with, and then everything else is more running. This is Scar. He's going to help us out in a little bit. Since we're in Baldur's Gate, we got to do some major plot stuff. We're going to completely ignore some of these talking people. They want to tell us the plot, and we are just not interested. We're going to do our second and final shop of the run here. Pick up a pile of potions. And then that's it for the run for stuff. It's just more potions, basically. Invisibility. Speed. Speed's important. Thievery, because we do interact with that system. And clairvoyance, because it's still broken after all these years. Or that dungeon's just very, very special. You'll see it when it comes out. Run double speed through Baldur's Gate. Nice, easy movement. We're going to investigate the Iron Throne real quick. There we go. All investigated. And we're going to go talk to Scar and let him know our results. So, that's... I'm still not sure why that works, but the flags just work really well for us. And it allows us to move on through that whole investigation section super fast. It's really nice. So now we're into Chapter 6, which is the second to last chapter of the game. We're back in Candlekeep. This is where we started the game. That very brief intro section. That is Quaveris. Definitely not a baddie. Definitely not a baddie. And now we're being arrested for murder. Because apparently I just had time to murder somebody. Or like 3 people or something. A buddy helps us, springs us from jail. Then we have to do this dungeon. It's a very cool dungeon in vanilla. Highly recommend. Big reveals. Cool things happen. Lots of things to fight. A couple nasty, like this fight, nasty. This upcoming fight, nasty. And we're invisible, so we don't care. So we're just doing some fun, tricky Fog of War movement there, and yeah, that's Chapter 6. Done. Dusted. Chapter 7, the longest chapter, by far, in the speedrun. It gets scuffed in a hurry here. So, first off, we're going to head to the sewers for some good movement. Gotta be invisible to be in the sewers, otherwise he attacks, and that's nasty. We're going to do some pickpocketing here on this guy. This is Slythe. He's got a very long dialogue that we don't want to see. We saw it, so yay. We get to see it twice. We are so good at this today. We are looking for... It's just not good. 5 or 6. Did I see that right? Did I not grab things? I grabbed things. Okay, phew. Wow, he's on fire. I'm looking for 3 or 4 successful pickpockets. And I'm looking for 4 scrolls in my inventory. And it is being a bugger. I get one more in? Yeah. And then I saved over it. Look at that fail streak. Normally it's not quite this bad, but it's being a day. Alright, game. You can... There's 3. Did we get it? No, we didn't. Oh, come on. 3. Did we get it? Yes. Okay, finally. I don't care if you talk to me now. We got the paperwork. We found all of the paperwork. Deep pockets today. Alright. Into... Try not to get talked by him. There we go. Into the manor here. This is the doppelganger fight. This is a giant time sink. If anybody's looking for something to toy with, come to Baldur's Gate. Toy with this fight. Save us from fireballing the darkness from the side room here. I don't want that one. That's better. I'm doing my best not to hit Leah and Belt over there. I don't care about the Flaming Fist. They're not important to me. So I'm just keeping a very close eye on my damage window down there. Alright, they're starting to run. I need to start killing these guys off. Once all these guys are dead, everything progresses. 3 runners is not great. Not killing one with a wand is even worse. We're going to be walking around for a bit. That's just how this fight's going to go today. Because we're relying on RNG numbers, we have minimal control over how and when this is going to work. So I'm just going to let Belt chew through the Flaming Fist here. Looks like Leah's out of spells already, which is unfortunate. Nice! Good snipe, Belt. That's really nice. Belt is our main source of damage when we run out of damage. We have a quarterstaff in our hands. We ain't gonna hit anything. That's just our life. This is a soft or a hard lock spot, so I'm just taking it really gentle here. There we go. Alright. Dimension Door's very broken. They just completely took it out of the game. So if you want to play with Dimension Door, you gotta go back a number of versions. Alright, inventory's getting a little slim. That's okay, this is planned. We're gonna pop a few protection spells, an invisibility spell, and then we're gonna walk into the basement and use Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance reveals a map, but not in dungeons. We just revealed a dungeon, so I could click the exit and let the autopathing take over. So here's a wide view of watching me run through this maze. It's great. When I first started running this game, I didn't know this still worked. I just assumed it didn't. I didn't try. So I manually ran through this, and it was miserable. And now I do this. Because one foggy day, I decided, you know what? It worked in the old game. Let's see if it still works in the new one. Lo and behold, it does. Run past another fight. And then we're going to equip ourselves here for the end with 2 items. That's right, 2 items. I'm going to cast one now. I'm going to save here, walk up to the front of this skull, let him charge me, and then, in proper fashion, I go invisible. On here are skull traps. Hooray, skull traps. And I'm invisible, and nobody can see me. And yeah, this is how bards fight. And that, right there, is time. So if you're looking for an easy way to beat that boss, just send a single party member in, put protection from magic on so you don't get hurt by the skull traps, and do a little dance. Kill a little Saravok. Yeah. So that is Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition on current patch. If you'd like to learn it or come hang out, we do have a small little Discord. Willing to help. Both Shadowfire and I were on one of the hotfix shows not too long ago where we did tutorials for these. So feel free to check those out. Our world record holder did write a guide for this run. So yeah, we got a few things lying around. So feel free to hop on and join us. It's a really easy speed game to pick up, honestly. It's some memorization, 2 main shop menus, and after that, you're good to go. So I'll hand it back to Strife and have the great rest of the marathon, everybody.
All right. Thank you very much, Shirley. We are going to go to a quick break. And next one is